Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, this is BestInSlot and welcome to Isla Nublar. But it's Isla Nublar looking a little bit different, because if we rotate around, you will see a total of 20 Hammond Creation Labs situated around this middle section. I've added a little water and I've added some ground herbivore feeders, because tonight we're going to do a little more science. We are going to see just how many dinosaurs you can fit into one single park. Now, we were told pre-release that there wasn't really a limit on this. It was actually one of the things that most excited a lot of us for Jurassic World Evolution. Back in Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, you had a cap of 60 dinosaurs per park. You could change it with mods, but the base game was 60 and you really didn't have much scope beyond that. We're going to see just how far we can push this game. We know a couple hundred is possible. How about 1,000? How about more? I've got 20 hatcheries here. Each of them is filled with 5 dinosaurs. Obviously the max you can have per hatchery. I've gone for Struthiomimus for two main reasons. Two main reasons for Struthiomimus. Number one, it's quite small, so we should be able to theoretically get more dinosaurs in there without causing problems. And number two, it breeds quickly. This already takes a bloody long time. I didn't really want to spend even longer doing it. Yeah, this is madness. The more I think about it, the more I think this is just utter bloody madness. But there we go, 20 hatcheries. And we're just going to go up in stages. We're going to release one on all of them. We're going to see what 20 dinosaurs looks like, 50 dinosaurs, 200 dinosaurs, 500 dinosaurs, and we're going to see just how high we can push this game. It is currently on ultra settings. I'm going to reduce it to the absolute bare minimum. I want to give this game every chance possible to breach that 1,000 dinosaur mark. That's the goal. And I'll see you in 20 dinosaurs time. I've got to say, folks, this is the first time I've had a look at this game on the absolute lowest settings, and I feel a little bit bad for the people who have to sit through it, because this game is gorgeous on Ultra, but on low it's a little bit, yeah, not quite as pretty. Where is my Struthiomimus? I should have 20 of them anyways. We should be on 20 dinosaurs. Let's have a little scout around here. Oh my god, they've moved together. Look at them. Herding together already. They need a little bit of forest. There we go, now they're starting to pop out. 20 dinosaurs so far. Not a big challenge, you know, lowest settings. Struthiomimus, not the biggest dinosaur in the world. You can even barely see them on the map. So, we need to do something about that. We need to increase the dinosaurs. Let's go up to 50 dinosaurs. Of course, we have to go up in multiple of 20s. We can't go to 50. We're up to now 60 dinosaurs. I've increased the settings a little bit. We may have to drop them down later on, but for now I thought we'll be a little nice to ourselves. We're also going to very quickly just add a little bit of forest. The idea behind all the food and stuff is that I don't want my Struthies to actually be unhappy. I want them to be happy for a while. We don't want them rampaging and we don't want them dying before we manage to get into the insane numbers a little bit later on into the game. So we're going to just stick a little... They don't need much. They really don't. Just a little forest here and there. That should really be enough just to keep them nice and happy. Let's take a look on our map. So, 60 Struthiomimuses. Let's go up to 100. Ladies and gentlemen, 100 Struthiomimuses. Let's have a look on the map first of all. There they are. That's quite a lot of dinosaurs. I will say this is still on high settings at the moment. I usually play on ultra, but this is on high and there's no lag. There's really no problems at this point in time. The population and social need is rather understandably a little bit on the high side. That is a hell of a social group there. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Struthiomimuses just kind of hanging around. Not really herding, but having a chat there. There's a lot of dinosaurs, right? But this isn't... 100 dinosaurs isn't way more than you'd expect to be able to handle in a game like this. You know, it's a lot. It's already 40 more than we ever got in JPOG. But this is a big island right here. It looks awesome. Just in case you were wondering at home, you know, you're watching this video thinking I'm a little bit of a madman. Yes, this did take absolutely bloody ages to set this up and to get the first 100. And we're not done. Let's go get another 100, shall we? This is going to be double the number of Struthies you see right now. Let's take it to 200. Very surprisingly, I've got to say I'm pretty impressed. That is 200 Struthiomimuses wandering around the park. And my FPS is holding very, very steady. Now, even if... I'm just going to close the park, by the way. I'm a little worried all these people are going to die and it'll stress my Struthies out. Even if we don't hit 1,000, I've got to say, I'm impressed that the game is rendering 200 dinosaurs right now. And my FPS is absolutely fine. It's not quite as smooth as it maybe could be, 100%, but that is a lot of individual AI-filled creatures that the game has to pay attention to. And so far, I'm going to stop closing that. There we go. If you wanted to see what 200 Struthiomimuses was going to look like, there you've got an idea. I'm wondering how long my feeders are going to last. I can't imagine much longer. This is absolute insanity. By the way, little hint, if any of you at home want to do this because you're, you have no life, like myself, I would recommend plugging in a PS4 or Xbox One controller into your PC, or Xbox 360 or whatever, just because the process of rendering, like putting these creatures through the incubation process is so much quicker on a console. I play with a mouse and keyboard, but it is a lot quicker with an Xbox controller when you're trying to make 200 dinosaurs. And the other 100 that we're about to release. Because this is 200. Can we go to 300? Probably. Alright, let's go find out. 200 Struthiomimus is not enough for you, I agree, ladies and gentlemen. Some of them have run off to start to murder people, but so far none of them have died. This is now 300 Struthiomimus, 300 off our lord, and you can now start to properly see them from above. Lots and lots. They kind of look like fleas or something. It's a little bit terrifying. And we're going to zoom in a little bit. There we go. Gotta say, the game is... It's hanging it fine. It's not having a problem. The FPS is pretty smooth. This is on high quality, 300 dinosaurs. And the game is like, yeah, what else you got? What else you got? I have no problems. But I hear you at home, random internet YouTube commenter. I know what you're saying right now. BestInSlot, 300 is rubbish. And now you're going to do 400, and 400 is rubbish. I agree, internet commenter. We're going to skip the 400. Not like the power first guy who's impressed with 400 babies. We want 500 babies. 500 Struthiomimuses. We're going to increase this by a rate of 66%. Is that maths? That is maths. Very exciting. Oh my god, there's so many dinosaurs. Right. I'm going to take like a pill to make me get through this. And then 500 Struthiomimuses. Let's go. This feels a little excessive, I'm not going to lie. I'm not convinced we're going to make it to 1,000. Not because the game is limiting me. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 500 dinosaurs. 500 Struthiomimuses. The game isn't limiting me. I suspect my PC is going to start limiting me at some point. I'm still playing on medium. We can reduce it further. But my PC is making this little noise now. It's going chugga 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 chugga. It's a good PC, but I don't know if it's not a supercomputer. Let's put it that way. But there you go. They've all started crowding. That's interesting. Just a little thing here. There was a problem in Jurassic Park Operation Genesis wherein your dinosaurs would always migrate to the southwest side of the map. Is it me or is that what's going on right there? That is the southwest side of the map. Let's go into the trees. They're all over in this corner for some reason. All 500 of them. It might be like 487. There's a few still popping out of the incubator. It's getting a little laggy. During this, it's actually okay, considering this is medium settings. They're all sort of standing in front of the incubator, which means that they're not actually getting out because they're getting blocked. But it's going okay. Now, if you are an absolute madman or madwoman, make sure you don't do what I did. Make sure you go into sandbox settings and turn off disease. I only just did it. I did have a disease in my park. I had to very frantically build another power station and a ranger team in order to try get it cured before they all got infected. Because imagine 500 infected Struthiomimuses. You are not recovering from that. Okay, we're officially halfway there. 500. Can we handle double this? I'm gonna go ahead and guess no, but the game isn't stopping me. That is the key right here. The game is like, yeah, go for it, as long as your PC doesn't explode. 500 dinosaurs, why the hell not? It's absolute sheer insanity. Oh my god. Right. I'm gonna jump forward, we're gonna go to like 760. Obviously we can't do 50 because it's all in multiples of 20. One more step and then we're gonna try for the big 1K. Pray for me, ladies and gentlemen. Pray for me, pray for my PC. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid to tell you we may have hit the cap. We're on about 600 right now and the game has become so unbearably laggy that it is just near impossible to even produce a dinosaur at this point. This is on the lowest possible settings. The lowest settings in the game, on even the lowest settings. I've gone beyond the lowest settings in the game. Let's check on the map. I do have a... Oh my god. I do have a low health one. I'm not really sure why, but it is dying. That's also my other problem. Eventually, these dinosaurs are going to run out of life. Oh, they're all starving, that's why. Yeah, there's not enough food or lifespan to keep these dinosaurs alive. So, because of the sheer amount of lag, basically, I'm going to pause it to see if that helps. Because of the sheer amount of lag, it takes so long per incubation chamber to make a new dinosaur. I'm spending 2-3 minutes per chamber now to make a new set 5, and it used to take 5 seconds because the lag is so unbearable, even on the lower settings. It seems that 500 or so is the point where the game goes, no, we're done, goodbye, we're out. And 600 is definitely a tipping point. I'm going to try to push it a little bit further, but I suspect this is around the limit. Now, this is probably partly my PC's limit and probably the game. At the end of the day, it's trying to render 600 individual characters with animations, with AI and all that kind of stuff. It's actually sheer bloody madness that we even got to 600. Or I don't think we're quite on 600. I think we're on... We can actually check, can't we? Let's hit up the control room. Give me a minute. And dinosaur rating. We did get... 600 dinosaurs on the dot. That's amazing. I want to point out... Our dinosaur rating is 4.5 through nothing but Struthiomimuses, which I think is pretty darn amazing. But I would like to show you guys these dinosaurs in a little bit more detail, so I've got a little bit of an idea. We're gonna up the graphics. I know that sounds like madness. Look at this, by the way. But we're gonna go on at least high settings. Let's give it about half an hour to process what I've just done. The game has generally stopped regarding my mouse clicks and stuff like that. It's becoming impossible, but we're gonna go on high. Now, this is going to be absolute lag central for fairly obvious reasons. Yep. Okay. It's actually not that much worse. But what we're going to do, we're going to press Alt F2 a few times, again, for the game to recognize that I'm doing it. There we go. Now, this might be okay. So Alt F2, if you've got an Nvidia card, brings up something called Ansel. You can't see all the stuff I've got on the left-hand side, but it's basically a screenshot program that gives you free control cameras. And it's really, really cool. You can use this in your parks. If you're playing on an Nvidia card, go try this out in your parks right now. You don't need like a special fancy card, you just need an up-to-date Nvidia GeForce graphics card. And it lets you zoom around like this. And the good thing about this is that it pauses the game. Everything stops moving, which means, of course, the amount of lag is just significantly lower. And it's weird, from here it doesn't look like that many dinosaurs, but that right there, 600 Struthiomimuses. Let's increase the field of view. There we go, and go up a little bit. Let's head into the skies. Okay, again, that just looks mad. It's a lot of dinosaurs, folks. Some would say it's an excessive number of dinosaurs. You get to this point and it's like adding an extra 100 doesn't seem to add anything, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's another 100, but it's only like a 12% increase or a 15-20% increase or something compared to how much it used to be. It's so many Struthies. Doesn't really look like it until you zoom out like that. And when you hit the map, that's when you can tell. That's when you can tell you've got a lot of Struthiomimuses. I think we need to... There's also... And I haven't seen it yet, but it's in here somewhere. I accidentally released a Spinosaurus. Now, I don't know where it is, and I don't know how we would possibly ever find it in that collection, but it's in there somewhere. In there somewhere is a Spinosaurus. Can anyone spot it? If you spot it, let me know in the comments down below. One of these icons will look a little different than the other. This is like Where's Wally, but just the terrifying, terrifying version. They're not going down here, but all the food is down here. All my food things have run out for fairly obvious reasons. So they're all starting to die. And the lifespans are getting really close to ending. We don't have the time because of the lag to make more. It's an unfortunate consequence. But 600 dinosaurs, I'm kind of impressed. The game at no point did it stop me. 600 dinosaurs. I've got to say, it doesn't seem that much... It's like, it's not the graphics that seem to be slowing the game down. Because the fact is, I'm on high settings. And it really isn't much more laggy than on the lowest settings. In my opinion, that's because what's lagging the game now isn't necessarily the graphic implications, it's the AI and all that extra stuff that goes around having this crazy-ass number of dinosaurs, you know? At times, it still doesn't look like that many. Let's go back into Ansel. Oh, God, it's so much nicer in Ansel. They're just all over the park. There's just so many of them. Look at that. Right there. They're like, you know what they remind me of? Flamingos at the zoo. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. 600 dinosaurs is about your limit, I'm afraid. Is it just like not rendering some of them? Or are they all somewhere else? Because when I get in there, it doesn't look like that many. And it obviously is. It's 600, which is an incredible amount of dinosaurs. But at times, it just doesn't feel like 600, you know? It definitely is. We've just seen confirmation of that. But still. Anyways... 600 dinosaurs, that is about your likely limit. I'd love if some of you could give this a go. If you have a really powerful PC, give it a try, see if you can beat the 600 mark. I suspect you'll have the same problem as I do. If I had an unlimited amount of time in the day, I would try to aim it a little bit higher, but I'm pretty sure within the next 50 to 100 is your absolute stopping point if you want to maintain any semblance of sanity. But this was fun. We did a little science. I've got to say, I'm impressed. Frontier, if you are for some reason watching this video, I am really impressed. because that is 10 times the maximum number of dinosaurs you get in JPOG right here in Jurassic World Evolution. And do remember, try out Ansel if you're on an NVIDIA card. All you have to do is hit Alt F2 in-game and it works perfectly. Beautiful. Right, we're going to end it there. Thank you so much for joining me for some science, ladies and gentlemen. If you have anything else you'd like me to do in these kind of videos, do not hesitate to let me know. Or any tips and tricks and that kind of thing you'd like me to do, like tutorial videos as well. Also, let me know in the comments down below. I'll see you lovely folks next time. Cheers, much love, as always. Bye-bye. Quick little shout out at the end. This video and others like it would not be possible at all without the support of you guys watching me at home, and also everyone on this Patreon page right here who supported me in the last month. If you want to help out as well, you can do so at patreon.com/bestinslot. Every little really helps. Cheers.